Good afternoon, everyone. I am Alex Johnson. I'm president of the Rotary Club of Plano West, and welcome to our meeting. First off, I want to pass the baton over to our illustrious past president in youth services extraordinaire, Fred Biemendorfer. Take it away, Fred.
That's past president, 94.5. Okay, where did the lovely bride go of yours, Glenn?
She's right here. Here she is.
Okay, I always believe in ladies first.
Oh,
You want to
okay.
start us out with the brag or brags?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I hope I catch everybody. My brag is on Lisa Leach, who's actually in Florida right now, I think. But she's done a great job working on our annual Halloween party buffet and fundraiser converted to be COVID safe. So she's done a lot of great stuff there. We're going to be sending you all an email with 2 opportunities on Wednesday the 28th and Friday the 30th, so that we can try to have a little bit of fun. And the important thing is all the proceeds will go to veterans. So that's my brag.
Great. How about your significant other over there?
So we got to see our new granddaughter just last week for a while. So that's always fun. She's amazing. Her eyes, like, I guess she's just excited because he looks like she's like, eyes are wide open, and this is fun. She's like 7 pounds now. No, 8 pounds now. Only a few weeks old.
Our newest one just had her first birthday, so don't blink, they grow up pretty fast.
Look at those eyes,
Ooh,
wide open.
wow, she's already grown. LaShawn, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm not going to call on you to give a brag just right now. I'm going to put Alex on the spot. I'll come back to you. Alex?
Okie dokie.
Well, my brag is I voted this morning. The polls opened at 8 a.m. I got there at 7:20, 40 minutes in advance. Everybody was COVID safe. There was 31 people in line before me, and I was able to be done with my voting by 8:30. So I figure 70 minutes is a small price to pay for democracy. So everybody,
Right.
early vote.
Absolutely. Okay, LaShawn, it's in your court.
My brag is I've been working a couple of interim assignments with Prosper and Frisco, and today is my first official day off work since December 30th, 2019. And I'm super proud.
Wow.
I'll be back at work tomorrow, but I'm enjoying today.
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
Well, enjoy your day off.
Thank you.
Where did Zane go? Zane, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
We want to brag from you, young man.
Yeah, so midterm season for me is almost over. I only have 2 left, and the ones that I have taken have gone really well. So
Great.
I'm happy about that.
Congratulations.
Excellent. Tom, do you have your mouth full? He's disappeared. We'll grab somebody when they come on. I guess my brag is I wish Bianca was here, but the great job that she did helping organize the meals that went to the fire station. Fire station number 3, which is one of the oldest fire stations over on Shiloh. And it's not very big. They've renovated and everything, but the fellows there were great. They gave us the tour and so forth, but anyway, I didn't want to keep them too long. Matter of fact, they had an alert, I think, once we were there, so they kind of went into performance mode. But anyway, Alex, let me give it back to you until somebody else comes on.
No, there's several on, Fred.
Who's on?
Yeah, we've got like 15 people on.
Benton.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of people. How about the dinosaur, Douglas Floyd?
You're muted, Doug.
Doug, you got to brag.
Is that the great Fred Brebendorfer calling me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I don't think Fred can.
I can.
Okay. My brag for the day is I'm building a shed and I've got the 4 walls up and it has not collapsed. I'm afraid to put the roof on because I know I'll fall off of it, but that's my task this afternoon. And I'm happy that it's got 4 walls.
I see you, Doug.
Yes.
Good. Glad to see you, Fred.
We'll go to the other elder gentleman, Mr. Rentala. Good to see you.
Yeah.
You're muted. There you go. Okay, good.
I'm doing fine. I'm heading into home stretch here. 4 more days and it'll be over for the year. Thank goodness. But all's well.
Great. How's the family?
Family's good. No COVID here.
Great. I'm going to go to my twin brother from another woman, Fred, Mr. Thomas. We get back from you.
He's working on his mute.
Fred, you're muted.
All right, I can
Okay,
finally
great.
got it. Well, I thank God for being back on. My brag is I got to go see my dad a week ago, and we celebrate him. He was turning 80. Well, we celebrate on that a couple Sundays ago. So he was on Tuesday, 81 birthday.
Great, great.
So that's my brag. All my brothers, sisters there. So a couple of them didn't make it, but we all there and family, friends. And so he enjoyed it. That's my brand. Celebrate my dad.
Yeah,
Fred,
that's a good way to honor him.
thank you, sir.
You
Awesome.
bet. Santa, how are you? Can you hear me? Roxana?
Can you hear me now?
I
Yes.
can.
Okay. Well, I'm still enjoying my parents here. They leave tomorrow. They go back to Mexico. And yesterday, the kids didn't have any school. And so we got to do very fun things in this beautiful weather.
It's beautiful. We could use a little bit of rain, but outside of that, James, love that smile. I don't ever get to see you. I always see you with the mask on.
I know. Unfortunately, I was about to say, unfortunately, I'm always around humans, but I meant to say, fortunately, I'm always around humans. I needed to clean that one up, didn't I? I didn't do so
Okay.
bad.
Anyway, you want to bless us with a brag?
Well, my brag is on Friday evening, I had an opportunity while I was at home. I had an opportunity to focus in on a Facebook search from Plano Senior High. And I had an opportunity to listen to one Marshall Jackson, and he actually showed my mentor on the Facebook post. And that mentor is none other than my best friend in the world, one Benton Hall. Yay! I had an opportunity to see Benton. So love and best wishes, Mr. Hall.
Hey, let's follow that up with Benton. Benton, you better pay James for that compliment.
Yes.
What do you got to say to that, Benton?
You're muted, Benton.
I'll pay James something. I'm not sure that was a compliment. Hey, oh man, that was a horrible game that we were at too.
I
Jeez.
know.
Nate Collins gave us a lesson on football that night. I bragged that I got my 1967 MG 1100 started this morning and drove to the store and got back safely. And that car is almost as old as I am. So
Very cool.
Yeah, Benton's nothing's that old. Oh, I thought I was on mute, sorry.
We've got a former member of Plano West Rotary, a young man that officed right out my back door, dear friend, and he's involved with another Rotary club. I won't mention any names, but very active in flags of honor. Gene Losey, you want to talk to us? Give us a brag.
Mr. Fred, hey, listen, man. If I'm going to brag about anything, it's the fact that we're all still around. Okay. I had spent some time visiting with family on Zoom yesterday, canceling a family reunion, and everybody's pretty discouraged, but there are lots of things to be thankful for. That's just one of them. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm seeing some old people there that, not that they're old in age, but that it was a long time ago, okay, that I'd seen them last.
Years ago when Gene Losey turned 50, he said, well, I'm 50 now. I guess I can say what I want to, and I don't care if people get mad at me.
Yeah, when you get to be
That
55.
was almost 22 years ago, Gene.
No, it wasn't that. It was about 10 years ago. But,
Yeah,
but
all right.
you earned the right to be obnoxious.
Yeah. Randall, you got a brag for us, young man.
Well, since I missed last week's meeting, I will say that my wife and I celebrated 22 years of marriage on October 3rd. So that's my brag for today.
Great.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Mr. Frankenfield, how's the swimmer doing?
All right. I want to brag about the Plano teachers. I'm watching virally my grandson on teachers, and I got to give them credit. It's hard enough to maintain an elementary school class of 20 or 30 when they're in your presence. But when you're doing it over the internet and you can control them and you have the patience they have, I give them all the credit in the world.
Wait a second, Greg, are we talking about?
Sometimes they don't get a fair shake.
James,
that goes towards you too.
Thank you, sir. What I need, I guess, to add is we're on a lot of medication, teachers are, okay?
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Laura, good seeing you. Do you have a brag? And it can't be on Alex.
Well, I'll say that Alex and I will be celebrating our 22nd year of marriage this Friday, October 16th. So it looks like Randall has us beat by a couple of weeks. So that's something we're looking forward to.
Okay, now time for the agricultural report. Clarence, how's your garden doing?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Clarence?
Wake up.
Clarence, can you hear us? Pandora, we see you're there, but we don't see your face.
Sorry.
There you are. If you got a brag.
Oh, I'm just I'm happy. My brag today is to have my 12-year-old, she's started homeschooling before she was really excited to go to school and everything. So we let her go. But then it just get complicated every day. So now she's homeschooling and she likes it. So I'm also happy to have her home for now.
Great,
Yeah.
good to have you.
Yeah.
Clarence, can you hear me?
You got to unmute first. We can hear him.
Okay.
Mr. President, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Biemendorfer. Just so you guys know, we have 8 past presidents on this call right now, which is pretty amazing. And while I'm talking about that, because I actually have 1 minute, I'm going to share something that I'm going to brag about myself because it took me a long time to do it. On our website, under About Us, Past Presidents, you can see a listing of all the presidents of our club. And as you can see, Tom Posey was president for the founding year and year after that. We had Fred Beamendorfer at 95. We've got Mr. Losey, who's a visitor. He was in 98. Steve Watton, who should be coming on today. Clarence, who's on right now. We have Douglas Floyd. And then we've got Benton, Mike Walker, you guys know, Lisa, John. We have Glenn, who's here. And then Michelle, who's here as well. So it's just, I'm bragging on myself because people know I've been working on this for probably 6 months. Initially calling people I don't know, doing a lot of research because I thought it was important for us to honor the president of this Rotary Club of 40 years. And so I'm glad that it's up there. And now that it's on the web, we're always going to know. So nobody will have to do this research unless we blow it off. So it's kind of cool just to see. I mean, there's some stuff I didn't know, but I've known Bud for 17 years. I didn't know he's past president of this club. He's currently in Sunrise right now, in Jeans in Plano East. And so it's great that you may leave our club, but you're still in Rotary. That's important to stay involved, which is what we're going to talk about later in this meeting. So what I want to do next is turn it over to Mr. Past President Benton Hall, who's going to lead us in prayer.
Okay, if you'll put away your drugs and all your soda pop duty, we can have a prayer here. Lord, we do thank you for our group, and we're so appreciative of the men and women that have served as leaders in the past, and ask that you be with us today and guide Alex and those who lead the meeting today. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Young guy, according to James. Now,
whoa, wait a second. If you're going to have this many historically mature presidents, then we have to have some rules. One of those rules is we don't start telling secrets. All right. There's too much stuff that goes too far back.
Well, that's why I'm letting Tom be the MC, so he can start sharing some. He was from the very first secret giver. Well, now I'm going to turn it over to one of our newest members, who is also being trained as club administration chair, and Miss Pandora Hodge. Will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? And as you do that, wait, let me share the flag for everybody to see.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pandora.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Well, let me. Next, what I want everybody knows, one of the things that we talk about a lot in our club, and it's a major focus, is the Rotary Foundation. So for the Foundation Minute today, I want to share a short video.
This is a story of historic progress, a story that doesn't exist without you. Our unifying effort in 3 decades of action demonstrates our commitment and endurance. And our progress thus far shows that a polio-free world is achievable. Individuals, clubs, partners, and governments share a collective vision to improve the health of every single child. We've eliminated polio in some of the most difficult places, overcoming obstacles and navigating complex issues. Our successes prove that polio will be eradicated, and while ending a global disease is not easy, as Rotary, we don't give up. We'll continue our fight until each child is protected. This isn't possible without you. So stay involved, keep pushing forward, engage your clubs and communities. Start a social media conversation and increase visibility on the importance of this global effort. Hold events and fundraisers on World Polio Day and throughout the year. Advocate to governments about the importance of supporting polio eradication. Make a contribution and invest in one of the largest health initiatives ever. Be a character in our story. Be the solution to our challenge. It's because of each and every one of you that we will improve our future by making polio a disease of the past. Eradication is possible, so let's keep our promise.
Next Saturday, October 24th, is World Polio Day. And everybody should know by now, polio is a global initiative that Rotary International, partnering with World Health Organization, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundations, a number of other NGOs, we are looking to eliminate polio. We have completely eradicated polio in the continent of Africa just a month ago, which was a huge, 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 huge success. And we still have 2 countries left. We have Pakistan and Afghanistan that there's still cases on. So we are this close. So as I said, next Saturday is World Polio Day. That's a day that Rotary wants all Rotary clubs to talk about polio, fundraise for polio, make sure that people are aware of it's not gone. I mean, we're in the middle of a global pandemic right now. People understand how important it is to eradicate these type of diseases. And so we're so close. So I'm making a personal plea to everybody on this phone call right now. Make a donation to Polio Plus. We want to get rid of it. We have a lot of young people in our club, as we've talked about, all these young past presidents. They know people that had polio. That was a joke. They know people that have polio. Our true young people probably don't know anything about it, but it's not eradicated. So if you want to make a donation, you can use PayPal. You can send a check in to Glenn. Let us know it's for polio. We will submit it into RI in your name with a polio as a polio contribution. Just so you know, the Bill and Melinda Gates will match that 2 to 1, and the Rotary Foundation will match it 1 to 1. So every dollar you donate will contribute $4 to the cause. So that's my pitch right now. Everybody on this call, whether it's $1 you donate, $10, $100, or $1,000, donate something, because that makes a difference. Like I said, you can use our PayPal link, or you can email Glenn or me, and we'll take care of it. So that, oh, and also, next week I won't be here, but Glenn's going to run the meeting. He does a much better job than me. So you guys definitely come. You know, those that have been avoiding me, come back, because Glenn's going to be next week. And we're going to have Jan Sullivan, who's a fellow club member for past President Jean Losey. She is our district Polio Plus chair. She's going to be our program. So she's going to talk about the importance of polio. And we still want you guys to donate. Even if it's $1, donate the $1. And so that's what we'd like. So you guys are going to be able to learn a lot. And Jan's, anybody that knows Jan, she's awesome, and her husband, and they both are passionate about polio, as are a number of members in our club. So with that, I got to turn it over to one of our club founder, 2-time past president, Mr. Tom Posey, who's going to talk about Member of the Month. So take it away, Tom.
Well, thank you. We being Lisa and Mike got together, and we have come with the conclusion that we wanted to talk about somebody that's done so much for our club and Rotary, and that would be our past president from 95, 96, Mr. Fred Bimmentucker. His work with RILA is second to none, because that is one of the strong suits of our club in supporting RILA. And Fred has been there every step of the way. So Fred, congratulations. Thank you for all your effort, and keep up the good work.
Congratulations, Fred. It's amazing. He was club president when he was 18 years old. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, child bride.
He was a child. That's why he's so young today.
Thanks, I'm honored, and hopefully RILA can get kicked back off again this year. Thank you.
Well, part of what you should be proud of, Fred, is we have 3 Rilarians in our club with Bianca, Zane, and Jenny. So that just tells you the significance that RILA does, because we always talk about their future Rotarians, but they are Rotarians. So that's just, it's just so exciting to have these Rylarians in our club. All right, well, thank you, Tom. Now what I want to do is, before we do the main show of the day, I want to go through a little club business, talk about, we had a very successful organized donated shoe project on Saturday. I don't remember the stats, but it was really good. Michelle will post it on our website so you can see some of the successes we had. I want to remind everybody, this Thursday is our third Thursday. What that means is, if you eat at Greek Isles, they will donate 20% to the Rotary Foundation. Chris has been disappointed because nobody's really doing it. And part of this is benefiting the Rotary Foundation and then helping the club. So eat there, invite your friends to show up on Thursday. We're hoping to get some success out of this. Otherwise, we're probably going to cancel it. And so you guys, eat lunch at Greek Isles on Thursday, every third Thursday of every month. 2, I want to talk about, we had District Roundtable this Saturday. We had Roxana, Sashimo, and Pandora. They all joined. Woo, woo, woo. You guys are meeting one of the elements of your Red Badge program. You also got some foundation points, and you got to hear about what's going on in Dallas Rotary Club. Roxana had her parents on, which is cool because they're Rotarians in Mexico, and they got to see what's going on in Dallas. So it's always cool that you guys should give Roxana a call and get her perspective of somebody that was born in the Rotary. By the way, her grandfather founded a Rotary Club 80 years ago, and her father was president of that Rotary Club. So she's been a Rotarian way before she was born, and now her parents are able to experience Rotary American style. So it's kind of cool to hear her talk about the differences. I also want to talk about our t-shirts, going great. Mike's not here, but he wrote a single check to make up for the difference. So our t-shirts were totally funded by club donations. So we did not have to spend club money. Cole is managing our t-shirt process. And so thank you to Cole for doing that. I don't know if she's on. And then I also want to give a big shout out to Bianca, one of our Rylarians, recently turned 19. Not only is she our public image chair, she completely ran our Plano Fire Rescue appreciation event, which everybody knows involved providing lunch to all 130 members of the fire department at once while their chief was speaking to us. And we provided amazing gift baskets to all 14 locations at the same time. And we fundraised for the amount. So all of it was completely covered by donations. And I do want to give a shout out to Plano Metro Rotary, who wrote us a check for $500 towards that event. So awesome, from another Rotary club helping us out. And we had a lot of drivers from Plano Rotary as well. And the fire chief, Sam Greif, is in their club. So you guys, when I tell you people that did things, text them, email them, call them, say thank you. Everybody loves appreciation. Go for it, Glenn.
I think there were over 800 pair of shoes this last Saturday they added.
Oh, awesome.
They had a lot of shoes. So we're up to like 1,800 pair total or something like that with a goal of 2,100. So we're getting really close.
We're 2,500 actually.
2,500, okay.
2,500. So that's a good lead in. Our shoe drive project, donate used shoes. If you know anybody, no offense, but if you know women that got a lot of shoes, because normally women have more shoes than men, see if they're willing to donate those old shoes. Clean out those closets. If you're a guy with a lot of shoes, donate them. Actually, the young guys these days, they have a lot of tennis shoes. They're into the, what do you call it? Can't even remember what you call it, but they got a special name. So kids, adults, donate the shoes, drop them off at Greek Isles. They are collecting them. Have lunch at Greek Isles or dinner when you drop them off. This drive ends at the end of October. So the way it works, the shoes are being collected. They're being sent overseas to third world countries for micro entrepreneurs that will resell them. So these shoes that we just usually throw away or don't use, they can wear for 2 to 3 years later. And so this is part international project supporting micro entrepreneurs. But then if we collect 2,500 shoes, we get $1,000. It's not big bucks, but it's something. And so with that $1,000, we're going to be using it for local community development in the Douglas community. So donate more shoes. We're shy of our goal and we have like 2 weeks left to make it happen. So call people. It's easy. It doesn't cost you money. Just drop them off at Greek Isles and have lunch at the same time. I do want to mention this Saturday, we have another one of our meal delivery projects. We're awesome at that. We get between 30 to 40 people show up. Within an hour and a half, we're done delivering a couple hundred meals in the Douglas community. We partner with Minnie's Food Pantry. So sign up, go to our website and sign up for that project. I also want to make a very, very special plea for our past president and super young Rotarian, Benton Hall. He is, everybody knows Benton and crew are synonymous. I mean, Benton's been in crew for what, 35 years? They are having their annual golf tournament on the 29th, and we need 5 volunteers. Go to our website, sign up for it. If you love Benton, sign up. If you don't love Benton, sign up anyway. But some people, like James Thomas, you better sign up. And bring friends and family. Go for it, Michelle.
You're not signing up to play golf. You're signing up to help at the registration table. So it's real easy.
Yeah. And you get to see Benton.
Watch me tee off later if you want to.
Exactly. Yeah, he's golfing. He's not even going to be working. But seriously, we have never helped out crew in this golf tournament that I know of in the club, right, Benton?
No.
Come on, we got to support our own. Past president has been in our club over 35 years. The least we could do is provide 5 volunteers. So please sign up. There's a sign up genius already there. Also, we are starting pecan sales. Everybody knows that's what our club is known for. We just gave out $10,000 in graduating senior scholarships over the last couple months, 5 scholarships at $2,000 each. We do that by selling pecan. Yes, Michelle, boom. To the best of my knowledge, that's the most we've ever given out in scholarships. And the board decided to do that because we're in the middle of a global pandemic and a lot of people are unemployed and a lot of kids might not go to college. Their plans that they had have changed. So we decided to reach and pull out some extra money. And I also want to say Plano Sunrise Rotary actually chipped in and helped. One of our students that we selected was one of their Rylarians that graduated from Plano East, and they agreed to fund their scholarship. So we really gave out 6, but we funded 5, and Plano Sunrise Rotary funded another one. So if you have friends over there, tell them thank you. Thank you for helping out a kid go to college. But we're selling pecans. If you go on our website, you'll see it. You can, what we've done, we've created a website for us to sell pecans. Normally we do it face to face. I mean, I would go to every Rotary, everybody. But because of COVID, we have to be more touchless. So there's a link, I think it's bit.ly/buy-pecans, or if you go on our website under service projects, you'll see it. Somebody could order their bags of pecan there. You could order 10, just go in there, type 10, it'll charge you $100 to your PayPal account or your credit card, whoever. So if you have somebody that's interested in pecans, send them there and they could pick them up from Greek Isles. They have agreed to be a pickup spot for us. So we always do everything COVID safe, but the pecans are super important to us because that's how we fund our scholarships. And so we want every member to be involved in selling pecans. We like for every member to either buy a case or sell a case. That's how much is a case, Michelle and Fred?
A case is 25 bags. And so that's $250 that gets earned. And then a portion of that is our proceeds after we pay the bill.
Yeah, we don't get that $250. We get there's very small margins on this. And so, yes, so if you don't want to pay for it, sell it. It's a lot easier to sell them because everybody wants pecans for Thanksgiving and Christmas. But we all need that as a club so we can continue to support these graduating seniors. And last but not least, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just to say, if you know of any organizations, like a lot of our money, Fred takes them up to the Collin County Clerk. We take them to Hirsch's Meat, and we're hoping to still do Southern Made Donuts that was done by a former member. So you can take it to organizations. Well, Gene, I know Gene and some other past folks have bought some of our pecans. Take them to your dentist, your hairdresser,
Thank you. I mean, that's a great point. Our big sales come from businesses that sell them for us. I know Huffines, their dealership sells us, I think it's in their service department. She said Daniel Long takes it to Southern Maids. Fred, is it the county courthouse? Who do you take it to, Fred? You're muted.
County clerk's office.
They sell them for us?
I was in McKinney Sunrise Rotary, but they've been selling them for us for many, many years.
So if you know a business that people come and see them, ask them if they will sell them on our behalf. No, they don't get a cut. I mean, this is Rotary, but if they're just kind, that's an awesome way. That's actually our biggest sellers, our businesses that do it on our behalf, of which Greek Isles is going to sell them for us as well, and then also be a pickup spot as well. So they're doubly helping us. And last but not least, I told Michelle, I think you want to let me do this, Michelle. I told you I wasn't going to let you do this, but we changed the schedule. So you have until 12:40 to talk about our upcoming Halloween party. And I'm going to put a graphic up there while you're speaking.
Well, I closed out my notes on that because you said I couldn't talk about it. So basically, we're for our, that's cool. I really like that. Every year we do a Halloween party with North Texas Pioneers Club, and we've done a buffet at Greek Isles, and we have costumes and silent auction and wine pull and bakery items. Well, because of COVID, we're gonna.
This is the story.
Lisa did a great job of helping us figure out how to convert that. And so we're gonna have two events on Wednesday, the 28th. We'll have a sign-up genius for this, but you'll be able to come pick up dinners that you order from Greek Isles for takeout. And we'll have a table outside. These will be in time slots, so not everybody's showing up at the same time. And outside, we're gonna we're gonna have a wine pull table where it's like a grab bag. So wine bottles, and you can pay $20 to get some wine. All the wines have to be worth $10 minimum that are donated, and there's going to be a couple in there that are worth well over $20. We'll also have bakery items. So I'm hoping Clarence and his wife are going to make their fig bread or fig jam, and Bianca has cookies that she's really good at making, those that she did for the fire department. Those were awesome. So if you have a great recipe, you want to donate some bakery items or whatever to help that as well, that will be come pick all that up, your meal on Wednesday in support of veterans, of course. And then also on Friday, we're going to do an online Zoom scavenger hunt, and costumes are optional. And on the scavenger hunt, Lisa will run it and just have you go find things in your house. You earn points, and we're going to have two prizes, a $150 Amazon gift card and a $100 Amazon gift card for the top two winners of who can go find the items that we will mention during our online scavenger hunt. So those are the two events that we're going to have to raise money for veterans this year.
Awesome. Told you you'd like that, Michelle.
Thank you.
I was able to make some last minute schedule changes. Tom didn't need 20 minutes, he told me.
Hey, you're right.
So thank Tom. So you guys, this is something we do every year. We partner with North Texas Pioneers. It's a lot of fun. Lisa, like Michelle said, And Lisa has spent probably the last couple months trying to make this COVID safe and virtual. And she's been working with Greek Isles, working with Michelle, working with Diane from North Texas Pioneers, and put together this great event. So this is an opportunity for us to virtually have fun in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, when the 28th, so 15 days. And so what's gonna happen, this party is Wednesday night. Tuesday, Lisa is gonna be our program, and she's gonna talk about it more to get you excited about attending. But you gotta prepare ahead of time, because in order to be fun, we need wine bottles donated. You guys gotta start some baking. I didn't put it on the graphic, but no, I did. Homemade baking. She doesn't want us going to the store and buying it, which is what I usually do. So we're gonna have to bake something. Then this non-auction sale, $50 items minimum. It's not gonna be a lot. So all of that is kind of create fun for us to help the veterans as well. And then we have the scavenger hunt, which I know absolutely nothing about, but between now and then, they will give us more details. So as Michelle said, we're gonna create the Sign Up Geniuses quickly. It's already on our website, basically showing everything we talked about. And there's an ability that you can tell Lisa that you wanna help and donate. But I'm not gonna give a deadline, but Michelle's gonna create the Sign Up Genius, and we will put those up there ASAP. But the Halloween party is a lot of fun. And in the time of COVID, we need to have more fun. And so that's all I gotta say about that. All right, so I shut the share down? They're perfect. So now, finally, this guy's taking over this meeting. I'm gonna introduce once again our founder, 2-time past president, Mr. Tom Posey. Take it away, Tom.
Well, thank you, Alex. We're going to do something that this club has not done in the past, and that's recognize years of service, 20 years to Plano Rotary people. Those people are Dick Ritla and Doug Floyd. And each of these have been chosen honorary membership of the Plano Club of Plano West, because our members believe that your commitment to this club over the 20 years warrants this recognition. The community will know and judge Rotary by your actions and ideals. You will become an ambassador for Rotary, and you will carry these ideals and the principle of Rotary service to those who know you and those whom you are associated with. Honor members in Plano and Rotary is a privilege which carries with it many obligations, and we believe that you will recognize these and welcome them as opportunities for service. I now name you honorary members of Plano Club of Plano West, which your fellow Rotarians and the public at large will recognize you as an honorary Rotarian. It is also my pleasure to present you with the honorary Rotary gift. Alex, let's give it to
Rotary wine. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Both of them are personalized for you guys. So even if you drink it, you got to keep the bottles.
Oh, yeah.
As
They're
you're
empty bottles, right?
And I will deliver them to you this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Doug and Dick, thank you very much. I mean, many people have left the Rotary Club, and even Michelle said, if I leave, will I get the bottles? And I said, well, after 20 years in our club, you will get the bottles. We chose to do this for you two because of your commitment to this club, not your commitment to, commitment to Rotary is nice, but this is an honorary membership in our club. So even me, I've been in Rotary 17 years. I've only been in this club 2 years. I got 18 more years before I can earn the bottles. So this is a distinct honor for you two, because you guys, like Doug has done a lot for this club. I mean, the more I get to know him, the more I know. I mean, he forgets what he's done for this club. It's kind of a trip. And then Dick, oh my Lord, if anybody knows how much the role of treasurer sucks, Dick did it for the last few years and among other things. And so I just wanted to let you know, before you two give us a few words of wisdom, I was able to locate, track down, drag out of a bush, pull from underneath the rock, the crazy guy that recruited both of these two, Mr. Past President Gene Losey. Do you have anything to say or any gossip you want to tell us about them that you want us to know?
Let me make sure I'm not on mute. No, I have no gossip. I usually stay pretty much below the radar on gossip. It's kind of exciting to look back and see these guys because, let's face it, you're the one that reminded me that I brought him into Rotary. I don't know if that brought a lot of overhead with it or not, but it has been many, many years since I have run into either one of these guys. In fact, this is the first time I've seen Dick, I guess, in probably 20 years. Although I guess it's Richard now. I don't know, maybe change your name.
Still Dick.
And I always thought Doug Floyd was in the Plano Club, and I'm not sure why. I just know that with some of the things that we're doing right now, there's an awful lot of documents that were created, and Doug Floyd's name is on them. These are old documents with regard to various clubs. And yeah, you're right. He was in Plano West, but for some reason, over the period of time, I thought he was in Plano Club. And it's always great to see you, Tom Posey. We cross paths every now and then at the bank. You are looking dapper. Okay.
I know it.
And I hope you and your
Tell
brother.
your bride hello.
I will do. She'll be disappointed that she didn't get to see you. I'm sitting at the office, otherwise I'd tell her to come on in. Thank you very much. And there isn't anybody that deserves, well, you gotta be careful with that kind of work talk. You as an individual, I will look back at that list of presidents, and there's so many of them that, there was a lot going on in Plano West when we started with the trailer. When I showed up at Plano West, you took 3 guys to cook a funnel cake. One to hold the fire extinguisher, one to flip the funnel cake, the other one to shield from the wind. It's a long way since then.
So here's that list he's talking about. So we noticed that here's Fred, here's Gene. So Gene was president in 98. And then Doug was president up here in 2007. So what's interesting, so you guys can look at that on our website. What's interesting is, when we were talking to Dick and Doug about us wanting to honor them, I was talking to Dick. I'm like, I really like to get the guy that, recruited you. Who it could be? And he had to think about it. He's like, I think it was Gene Losey. So I'm like, great, let me try to get a hold of him. So I called Gene. Hey, I've known Gene. I just never knew he was in this club. We just knew each other through Rotary. He's in the Plano East Rotary Club. And I'm like, well, yeah, Dick said you recruited him. He's like, I did? He's like, oh, okay, if he says so. So I'm like, well, we're also honoring Doug Floyd. Do you know who recruited him? He's like, no, I don't know. So then talking to Doug has been going down memory lane for the last few weeks. Right? And he's like, I think it was Gene Losey. I'm like,
all right.
Oh, Gene, somebody else gave me credit.
Alex, were you sleeping when I said we're not supposed to be telling any stories?
And now he tells us that he thinks Doug's at another club. So lesson learned, don't ask Gene any questions because you're not going to get good answers.
Oh, the lesson is watch out for old documents that have Doug's name on them.
There we go. Now, what I want to do is give both of them to talk to us for a few. So let's see, who's got, Floyd is alphabetically first. So Doug, share us a few words of wisdom.
Well, just to refresh Gene's mind, he was I believe he was president. I used to make up a lot of times at the club. I was in the Plano Rotary Club. And Gene will remember what was occurring in that time frame. And I enjoyed the peace and the quiet of coming to a well-run club by Gene and a few other people. And I told him, I said, I think I like this club. And he said, I'll see that you get in. And so I just transferred over. I've been in Rotary, it's probably been about 33 years now. I think it was 87 when I first started in Rotary. In fact, I was in a founding member of a club in North Dallas. It was an evening club, which fit my lifestyle at the time, because after work, I wanted to go have a beer and talk to some people. And we had this Richardson had an evening, we formed an evening Rotary club. Unfortunately, it did not last about 3 or 4 years because for some reason, there just weren't enough drinkers in those days. 33 years ago, I was young. And but in any event, I've enjoyed Rotary. I thank Jane for getting me into the Plano Club, the Plano West Club. And Alex, you've done a remarkable job. I really am impressed. And I'm going to continue watching your meetings from time to time just to keep you on track. Thank you. And thank you for the honor of asking me to be the honorary Rotarian. And give me my bottle of wine.
Thank you, Doug. All right, Dick. Just so you know, Gene, we all call him Dick, but I wanted to be formal with Douglas and Richard. So Richard, share us some
It's
wisdom.
still Dick. Yeah, it's still Dick as far as everybody else is concerned. So, but I think the way that I got in, I saw Kay and I attended one of those downtown gatherings around Christmas time one year, and we saw the funnel cake trailer down there, and Gene was flipping the funnel cakes, and Fred was there. I can't remember who else was in there, but they were just doing this great job, and it piqued my interest of what was Rotary. I had no idea what was Rotary, and Gene and I attended church together. So I guess I asked him at some point in time, and he says, "Why don't you come to the club and find out what it's all about?" So he invited me as a guest, and from that point on, it's history. And I thank Jane too for getting me into Rotary. It's been a good experience. I learned a lot, and was able to contribute a lot. So I thank you for this honor. It's I'll keep that wine bottle up in my window along with my other wine bottles after it's empty. Thanks again.
Hey, thank you, Dick. Thank you very much. Dick trained me how to be treasurer. He trained me how to handle registration. And we sat at a table together for a year as he kind of helped me understand, because you don't know how a club is operating until you sit at that registration table and deal with all the finances. So it kind of taught me a whole lot. Now I'm trying to offload it to Aziz. But thank you, both of you, for one, accepting this honor, being part of this club. And through this honorary membership, you should know that you're always welcome. I mean, you don't walk away from Rotary, you just take a break and you're always able to come back and you don't have to pay dues. Yes.
That's true. I'll still get my case of pecans, so we need those every year.
You hear that, Gene Losey? You hear that, Doug Floyd?
Alex, one of the things that
Gene, cough it up.
One of the things, hey, listen, Fred, I always get my nuts from Fred.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I don't remember hearing Alex say something about it, but we buy cases and we freeze them. Pecans will stay frozen and quality stay fresh for a couple of years.
That's true.
So that's, even if a case is too much for a small family to go through in a hurry, but we always buy a case, throw it in the freezer, have them all year, share them with friends and stuff. So
awesome. So Fred, make sure he gets a couple cases from you, or 2 or 3 or 4.
Listen, Fred knows that if he comes out and surveys for the flags, he gets to sell the case.
Amen. Fred and staff, they bust their butt surveying 1,000 flags. So, well, awesome. Thank you, you guys. And something that we do for all of our guest speakers, and we have 3 guest speakers today, is we make a donation in your name and for Polio Plus. And so we have 3 guest speakers, our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Tom Posey, Mr. Douglas Floyd, and Mr. Richard Rentella. Yes, Doug, I screwed up your first name. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will tell you why this happens. I typed Douglas Community so much, it's now in my autocorrect. So it keeps on doing this to me. It kills me. So I just now notice that. Ugh. But you know, the donation's Glenn's gonna make sure your name's spelled right when he submits it to the Rotary Foundation. So what we're gonna do, in appreciation for your time in the program today, Plano West Rotary will donate $10 in each of your names and to the Rotary Polio Plus Fund, together with the 2-to-1 matching funds from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the 1-to-1 matching funds. That $10 will translate into $40, and that will provide a polio vaccination for the 66 children. Now, the 3 of you know, I mean, if we added up the amount of service the 3 of you have done for Rotary, it's what, 40, 70, 90 plus years of cumulative time in Rotary. That's amazing. So we do want to thank you for being a part of this program, and thank you for your service in Rotary, all 3 of you.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
So now, last but not least, before I turn it over to Roxana, our newest member, I do want to remind everybody, great news, I will be gone. Glenn's running the meeting. Woo woo! That's to be excited. We're going to have Jan Sullivan talking about polio on Tuesday, because on Saturday is World Polio Day. So I'm going to implore everybody again, write a check for polio. This is the disease that Rotary's been working on, I think, since '74, if I remember right. We are so close. And so if it's $1, write a check for $1. You know, give me the $1 and I'll make sure Glenn knows it. So we give it to Polio Plus, because your $1 turns into $4. So I'm going to make that begging plea again. There are children that need to be vaccinated in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and we are making a difference. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to our newest member, Roxana, who's also our membership chair, 3rd generation Rotarian. Can you lead us in the 4-way test? And I will put it up here right now.
Of the things we think, say, or do, is it truth?
Second.
Fair to all.
Fair to all concerned?
Third.
Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Rotary.
Rotary. All right, everybody.
Thank you.
And you know, and the sign of a great meeting is when you end early. We're 2 minutes early. So everybody have a great day. Use those 2 minutes to go vote. So go vote. Bye, everyone.
Hey.
Bye.